Welcome to No Man's Sky, version 1.3, Atlas Rises. A graphical overhaul delivers beautiful new environments to explore. And the universe is more alive than ever, with system wealth, economy, and conflict levels, where missions can be undertaken for rewards. Trading and farming are more complex and rewarding, and purchased freighters can be navigated between systems. Introducing 30 hours of story and lore. Uncover a strange new race of travelers and unlock the secrets of the Atlas. Terrain manipulation allows for more complex constructions. Portal stargates unlock the ability to quick travel to any planet. Scavengers can raid crashed freighters to find fortune. Deeper space combat allows fighters to test themselves. And low flight is exciting and dangerous. Glitches allow travelers to explore the universe together. And much more will follow.
It's finally here. So the Atlas Rises update for 1.3, all of the information has now gone up on nomansky.com. Wow, I've had a very quick look at this and it looks incredible. There's so much more stuff than I was expecting to come into this update, so I figured we're going to jump on, have a quick look through all of these update notes and find out what we can expect in our next few episodes of No Man's Sky in the new update. I'm guessing the update will probably drop tomorrow, but geez Louise, this is so much more than I expected, so let's jump into it. So we've got the Atlas Rises update, that's what they're calling it, introducing update 1.3. Atlas Rises brings a brand new and overhauled central storyline, portals, a new procedural mission system, trade improvements, system economies, joint exploration, and more. Holy hell! The update marks the 1-year anniversary of No Man's Sky and a lot has changed. Please see Pathfinder Foundation for previous updates. This is the next step on our journey, and we know they've already told us this is still just the beginning, so there's even more that's going to be coming for No Man's Sky in the future, which is incredible. So there's the video that we played at the start of the episode. Oh, guys, this sounds incredible. I've been trying really hard to keep my expectations in check. Some of the key things that I thought were going to be in here are in here, and there's so much more on top of that. So the first thing on here is a brand new story, so a complete overhaul of the storyline in the game. I think there was over 30 hours or something of like a central storyline, main story to the game, which is absolutely incredible. The Atlas Rises story, fabric of the existence, is starting to falter. A mysterious new interdimensional race have appeared, and there's a picture of the 4th race there, and these weird alien dudes. I don't know if they're like both the part of the same race or what, but it looks crazy. I can't wait to jump into this. Glitches are causing ancient portals to activate. Our story brings a new context, quest system, and branching narrative to No Man's Sky. 30 hours of new story content. This is absolutely massive. They're making a huge, real genuine single player story mode in the game, like adding that into it as something to do. A whole new quest system. I'm guessing there's going to be side quests and faction quests and all this stuff as well by the sounds of it. This just sounds awesome. Double the lore and interactions of the existing game. Discover the truth behind the abandoned building logs, the world of glass, the sentinels, the redemption of the Gek, and the meaning of 16. So that on its own, this could have been the update and this would have been huge. It's not just like some quests here and there. They're adding in a full-on, all-out, properly like written up and prepared story mode for the game. Well, story into the existing game, which is awesome. Galactic regeneration. So what's this one? This says A regenerated system adds wealth, economy, and conflict levels to star systems. So this is crazy. So each star system is going to have different levels of wealth, economy, conflicts going on. So I'm guessing if you go to like high conflict areas or an area with a faction or a race that you're in conflict with, there's going to be more attacks and stuff like that going on. I've heard wealthy systems now have better ships and better things in them, better resources. So it actually makes sense to go to like these rich systems and try and find some awesome loot. This, my mind is just completely blown by how much stuff they've added in this one update. This is really, really cool. Improved waypointing and navigation. So I think they're going to basically completely overhaul the Galactic map from A to B. It's just going to be a whole new refresh system because the navigation on there was really janky, but it sounds like they've put a lot of work into making this awesome. New worlds. So this is where we get into some of the stuff that I'd been hoping for. I'd been saying I think this is going to be the big thing that really comes. I knew there was going to be some lore stuff. I didn't think like a full-on actual 30-hour story added into the core of the game. That's pretty impressive. That's blown my mind. But I did know some lore was obviously going to be coming. But this is the kind that we're getting into now, the stuff that I really, really wanted. So new worlds. The variety and visual quality of planetary biomes has been improved. Explore rare new exotic planet types as you journey towards the galactic core. And here's a little picture. And if any of these updates are anything to ever go by, the pictures they show some really cool stuff. But when you get into the game, there's going to be so much cool stuff like this as a result of this like new world building and new worlds and exotic planet types. It just sounds awesome. I'm hoping we're going to see stuff like those luminescent blue planets that we saw in the trailers and that kind of thing. Something along those lines. But this looks awesome. This picture here, there's one of the new ships in the background there. Which doesn't open a portal. But I mean, this is huge. So there are whole new planet types. They've tried to make them more diverse, more interesting biomes, just cool stuff on planets, which is what I wanted, what everybody really wanted, and it's all in here. So this crash freighters, this is huge. So look at this, like this is only a clip of like the picture here, but this looks awesome. So you're gonna be able to see actual crashed freighters, like giant scale crashes in the game. It reminds me of like the ruins and stuff in Horizon Zero Dawn. It just looks spectacular. So I cannot wait to explore them. But this is cool. So this bit here is key. So crash freighters, it's not just a pretty thing to look at. Discover and scavenge lost cargo from gigantic crash freighters on planetary surfaces. Use the terrain manipulator, which is another new thing. We can now edit the terrain on planets to excavate buried resources in the region and complete salvage missions for guild rewards. So there's going to be a guild system in the game. There are going to be different factions, guilds that we can join up to. They're going to have their own little quests and missions, which I'm guessing is going to be in addition to the main 30-hour story that's being added. Just wow. This is incredible. I've got my little lucky Atlas necklace on and it seems to have done well because this update is already far beyond what I was actually genuinely expecting. I think I kind of talked myself down because I've been so careful not to I was trying not to get everyone else too excited. I was like, you know, don't expect the world. Let's just think it's going to be maybe slightly bigger than the other two updates. It's going to be cool whatever happens, and it is huge. This is absolutely massive. So crash freighters, they just look awesome. The guild thing is really interesting, so I'm pretty confident. Just these pictures look so cool. I'm pretty confident there's going to be side quests and these guild missions and faction quests and stuff like that. That's all going to be in addition to the main story. So this is that is, in terms of stuff to do in the game, that is huge. This is going to be a massive thing, and a lot of people wanted that. I've always been just completely happy wandering around exploring beautiful planets, but I know a lot of people have wanted more of this type of stuff, and I'm totally all in for it. I'm going to have a great time with it. But yeah, this is crazy. So here we go. The mission system. Visit the new mission agent in a space station to pick up unique and rewarding new tasks. Missions are constantly generated and cater to all playstyles. So you've got scanning, trading, combat, and exploration. So this is going back to the kind of stuff that people wanted, expected, hoped for when the game was first launched. There's going to be all these different types of types of explorer that you can be out there in the universe. You can go and do all the trade quests, you can do the combat quests, you can be an explorer like me. I mean, it just sounds really, really cool, and I can't wait to get into some of this stuff and see how it actually works in the update. New NPC guilds, just crazy. Build your standing with numerous guilds and unlocked more difficult and rewarding missions. So there's going to be, it sounds like there's a whole lot of stuff now, like side questy type stuff, and stuff to like build your personality and your like goal or purpose in the universe outside of anything they're adding with this huge 30-hour storyline, like completely separate to that. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do, which is Really exciting. Interstellar trading. So what have we got here? New economic variables bring new depth to trading between star systems. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Star systems are now classed based on their economic strengths and weaknesses. New trade goods have been added, meet supply and demand by purchasing goods at a low price, hauling them to an economically favorable systems. So basically you can be a merchant. You can go to systems where X resource is bountiful and it's pretty cheap. You can haul it across the galaxy and find a planet or a system where that's super rare, and you can sell it for loads and make an absolute fortune being a trader, merchant type person. Oh, it's just awesome. Like, this is crazy. A tiered crafting system allows increasingly valuable products to be crafted by combining harvestable materials. Gas harvesters have been introduced, allowing explorers to extract valuable elements from a planet's atmosphere to use in crafting. That's really interesting. I wonder how that's actually going to work. You combine these to basically create new, rare, valuable items and sell them for a fortune and get rich. I'm hoping some of these items have like cool uses as well. It's not just for selling stuff, but obviously that whole being a merchant is something like a space merchant kind of thing, or a space pirate maybe, is like something people really wanted to do. So this is going to be huge. Everything's so good. Like, I'm so happy with everything that I'm reading here. The analysis visor, and what a beautiful picture of a Diplo they've put up there. Look at this. This is huge. So they've completely overhauled the analysis visor, your little scan system. It now comes up with loads more information about anything that you're scanning, and gives you new rewards for scanning stuff. So we've got here like little footprint, the diet, temperature, weight, height, all those standard stuff. Critical exposure, the actual name of the species, local minerals. Yeah, so they've added like loads more stuff to this visor thing. They've been recalibrated to show more information and better rewards for scanning. And now analyze resources before harvesting to gain alternative resources. Oh, that's interesting. So you can scan stuff and potentially get extra stuff because you scanned it. That's kind of weird. Oh, that'll be interesting to see how that works. I'm going to have to remember to scan everything. See more information about each discovery. Scanning flora and fauna now yields increased rewards. All about those rewards. This is awesome. And you can get specialist and analysis visor upgrades. Oh, man, user interface is good. Again, another thing that looks like it's been completely overhauled. You've got like a new journey milestones thing, all your different factions, the guilds. I'm guessing there's going to be like mission logs and everything. Yeah, new mission log. Discovery page gives a much clearer and visually improved view of your journey so far. An in-game guide has been added as well, so that's good. If you forget what materials you need to make something, or you forget how to do something, the guide's going to be in there to give you little tips and stuff. Not that I would ever forget how to do anything. I'm a pro at this game. But that's pretty awesome. So it's got like a little hints tip system in the game, which is cool. The journey milestone page has been updated to show progress towards guild specific milestones as well, which is really cool. Visual improvements. So this is like some more of the stuff that I'm super excited about. So they've added depth of field as an option in photo mode, as well as NPC interaction. So if I just tweak this here, so you can see that to give a much more personal experience there when you're talking to people and stuff. And anything that gives me new options and new excuses to take pictures is super cool for me. There we go. And this is the kind of stuff that I was predicting in my predictions video. I said the big thing is they're gonna add all this stuff. They're gonna add lore. They're gonna add portals. There's gonna be all that. But I think the real big difference that we're gonna see is gonna be the tweaks that they make to the algorithm, the generation, and the way things look. And it sounds like that is exactly gonna be the case. They've got numerous environmental props and assets have been improved with high-res textures, making environments seem much more high fidelity. So just taking a look at this crazy plant thing on the side there, that looks like almost like feathered, how detailed the leaves and stuff and spines on it are. The rocks look like high-res textures and stuff now. Like these little things, all of these little things, imagine this on like a super beautiful planet, like a dense forest, or like a beautiful wintry planet with cool trees, or one of the planets that has like really cool oceans and valleys. Like all of these little details onto those planets that were already beautiful anyway. Like it's gonna look incredible. And that's obviously just two examples of textures that have been like the rock and the plant. They're going to be all throughout the game now. Like everything's going to have been overhauled, which is awesome. Terrain editing. So this is crazy. So I guess this is like for base building and stuff. Yeah, transform the ground. There's a little video here, but it's not going to play on my internet. Basically, he just runs around like building terrain in. You guys can go and watch it. You can go to nomansky.com and like check out everything that you're seeing here. But I mean, this is another pretty cool thing. So it's terrain editing is going to be a multi-tool upgrade to allow you to do it. You can add or remove terrain to mold the landscape as you see fit, anywhere you like on the planet, and you can choose from all kinds of materials. So people that enjoy building stuff. So this is going to be awesome to see all like the cool community builds that we come up with. We already get some really cool stuff like that, especially on Twitter, with people like posting the builds that they build for their bases. So now being able to completely mold the terrain anywhere on a planet, so not just where you've got a base. And I don't know if that's mentioned. I'm hoping we can have more than one base. I don't know if that's the case or not, but there is something that kind of negates the need for that I'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I mean, this is cool. Terrain editing, loads more customization to help people that are creative and want to build cool stuff. And especially if you're going to build like racetracks on planets, this is going to be awesome. I might actually get into like the racetrack thing now that people can really make some cool stuff. It just sounds awesome. And here we go. So the portals, which right from the beginning is like the one thing we knew something was going to happen with. Now we have a pretty good idea of exactly what that is. And these, they look incredible. So I'm guessing this is one of the portals with the new textures like added in, but it looks, look how beautiful does that look? That looks incredible. I need to find a portal. I have to find a portal as soon as I get into this update. I need to go and search one out. But the way this works sounds absolutely awesome. So ancient portals can now be activated, revisit previous planets, other bases, or jump randomly to new worlds. So I'm hoping any planet we've been to throughout our journey log, any planet that I've named that was a beautiful planet, Earth and Utopia, Subnautica, like all of the cool planets that we've been to in the series, we can just plug in the code and hop straight there from wherever we are, as long as we find one of these portals and enter the glyphs. It's basically having a teleporter to be able to go back there like the home base whenever you want without having to have a base there. So we can now go back to cool planets, and that's something I've been wanting for a while, because there are so many beautiful planets that I find, and then a couple of like systems later, or you know, jumps later, they're not on your teleporter list anymore, so you can't go back to them ever again unless you're actually going to retrace the steps or go to the coordinates, and that'll take forever. Now we can just jump there. So if there's a cool planet, and it sounds so other people can do this as well. So say you're in the Galactic Hub, and because I haven't ever been to the Galactic Hub, I was going to eventually do it one day, but it sounds like now I can just find a portal, enter the glyph code for a system or a planet in the hub, and I'll just teleport straight there. So I can just hop in for a bit, have a look around, see the cool stuff that you guys are seeing, and then hop back to wherever I was, which just sounds... This sounds like a really good way to use portals. I was a bit worried that it was just going to act like exactly the same way as the teleporters in space stations, where you could only go to your previous few systems, but that is not the case. It is going to be genuinely super useful, and they look cool as hell. One that you're damn right I'm going to be taking some pictures as soon as I activate one in photo mode. And also, share glyph combinations with the community to help others travel quickly to specific planets. So if I find an awesome planet, I don't have to drop a signal booster, give you the coordinates, and you've got to like hope you're somewhere close to me in the system. Now I can just give you the glyph code, and you can come straight away, teleport, and come see my planet. It's going to be so good. Space combat. So this is, I did not think all of this was going to come in one update. This is insane. Space combat has been completely revamped by the sounds of it. They've made a whole host of improvements to space flight and combat. So it's not just like fighting, the actual controls and the flight of the ships massively improved. Enemy AI has been completely overhauled. New difficulties have been added. Ooh, not sure I'm going to get into any of that. The game's difficult enough as it is for me. And I play on normal mode. What a jipper. Ship maneuverability has been improved, bringing more skill to dogfighting. Devastating rockets have been added to all ship types and can be upgraded for even greater firepower. So if you are going to be like the space pirate combat type route, you're going to be able to like really upgrade your ships. And they've added loads more ships, which we're going to get onto in a minute. But you're going to actually be able to add like cool missile systems and stuff to them, and have much better space combat. Which is, like, guys, this is ginormous. All of this stuff I thought there might be a lore update, a combat update, you know, in the future. I didn't think we were going to get all of this. We've got lore, main story, quests, side quests, factions, trading, multiplayer kind of is in here as well, which we'll see in a minute. It's just insane, like the amount of stuff that we're getting all at once. This is like Christmas. I'm gonna have such a great time, and I'm hoping it comes out tomorrow, so that I'll have the weekend to just sit and play No Man's Sky all weekend in this new update and have a great time, and hopefully find a portal. I want to be the first one. I probably won't, but I do have pretty good luck, so fingers crossed. A new HUD has been introduced to improve the experience of space combat as well, and that includes a communicator which can be used to advance mission steps or even to hail pirates before they attack, which is, I mean, that's pretty cool. Low flight. So here it is. Everybody's complained about this since the beginning of time. They've added, basically, low flight is in the game now. You can navigate and fly around, dodge things on the planets. If you hit stuff, your ship will be damaged. You can crash your ship by doing that. I'm no doubt going to do that very early on. As soon as I try and get to hang of the pod racing style, flying through valleys, I'm going to hit something, clip my wing, destroy my ship, and have to repair it. But this sounds awesome. Atmospheric low flight assist now allows players to cruise above the terrain, and low flight and improved flight controls make in-atmosphere dogfighting more likely and exciting. So we're going to be able to have fights on planets in between, like zooming in between the terrain while in the middle of a fight with another ship or something. This is just, I'm like, wow. It's gonna be awesome. Joint exploration. So this is massive. I did not think this was coming. I was quite clear that I was warning people, don't expect multiplayer to come to the game, and if we do ever get something like multiplayer, it's going to be more like Journey type thing. You know, you might bump into someone, but you can't really do much. You can't like properly interact. But it sounds like, so they've been very clear that this is like very basic at the moment, very limited in what they've been able to do so far, but they're very clear in saying this is like the first little step. So glitches in the simulation have begun to appear, visualized by strange floating orbs. So you can see those little whizzing around there like little blue balls of light. They're other players, so we can now see other players. I think it said, yeah, up to 16 players can see and communicate with one another and explore the universe together. So you can actually get a group of friends together and like head around on a planet. At the moment you won't see a full-on player character or anything like that. It's just these little blue floating orbs which are glitches in the system, which is kind of cool. Like how they're, obviously it's like that because they're laying the groundwork for multiplayer. They're working towards implementing the full system, but it does kind of fit in with the lore, which is kind of cool. What else does it say? So interaction is, yeah, so it says it's very limited. This is an important first step into the world of synchronous co-op in No Man's Sky. So they are really working on this whole multiplayer thing more than I expected, because I didn't think you'd be able to interact and stuff, but it sounds like they're already. So you've got voice over IP. You can have proximity-based chat, so like a mumble type thing. I guess if you walk close to somebody, you can actually talk to them over your headset or whatever, and have an actual like real-life conversation with them while you're exploring, which is going to be great if you've got like a group of explorers or a little guild that you've set up and you guys want to go and explore together. That's going to be pretty awesome. So they've basically added everything. Everything you could kind of think of is in there. It's crazy. I just can't believe it. Here's another picture of one of these new awesome ships. I think that's what we're getting on to next. So the new ships, here we go. So of course, here's the picture that was leaked, released, unlocked through Waking Titan that we all saw. Was like, oh my god, this ship looks pretty damn cool. Was it going to be like some weird fourth race only thing? They've just added loads of new ships, more ornate ships, new ships into the game. Here they go. And look at these two pictures here. So we thought this one up here was cool. I think this red thing that looks like an octopus tentacle squid thing looks amazing. I've got to get me one of those. And I do like this horizontal version of basically a similar sort of design to the one that was released previously, but they look very ornate and very cool. And of course they're the new S-Class ship designs. They can be found roaming the galaxy. This is really cool. Yeah, so wealthier systems have more expensive and higher class ships, so that's pretty cool. So if you do find a system that's like basically a super rich system, it's like, yes, we're going there to check out all of the amazing ships that are going to be there. And these designs look awesome as hell. Like compared to some of the ships, we've got some cool ships in the game now, so I don't think people could complain about that. But these just have that extra level of like ornateness and detail and just wow factor about them. So I'm pretty excited to see what other stuff there is, as well as these two designs that we can see here, because this is just going to be a tease of like what's coming in the update, which is awesome. Now, quality of life improvements. So they've made loads of stuff here, which is actually pretty cool. So temperature measurements has now been converted from Celsius to Fahrenheit based on where you are in the world, so it makes sense for you, which is, you know, very basic but pretty fine. This is awesome. Summon your ship from anywhere on a planet's surface using your quick menu, so you don't have to find like a bypass like the thing to call your ship. You don't have to do any of that. You can just go into the menu, So the reason this is so awesome is because I don't tend to walk around very much, because it's like you try and walk around on a planet to explore for a while, then you've got to walk all the way back, and it can be quite slow to get to your ship. Same with like the exocrafts. I want to be able to like zip around on the exocraft, like zoom out into the middle of the ocean, have a little look around on the Nomad or whatever. But then it's like, if I do that, I don't want to go too far from the ship because I've got a long journey to get back to it. But now we can just press start, hop into the menu, summon your ship. Such a good thing to add for like general quality of life and making the game smoother to play. So cool. So cool. Specific technology and cargo inventories have also been added to improve inventory management. PS4 players can now change their field of view. So I think actually some people have commented down my videos that are PC players. They were like, can you change your field of view? And apparently not, but now we can do that. So that's pretty cool. Jump between systems from the comfort of your freighter. Just speak to your captain and select a location to travel to. So this is cool. So we can't pilot the freighters. A lot of people were speculating maybe that will be here. I think that will probably come at some point. I really do. I think it will be quite complex controls and stuff compared to a ship. I think they'll try and make that more heavy duty, like piloting. But at the moment we can't do it. But you can now go to your little captain of your freighter and navigate your way around the universe in your freighter, which is really cool. Instead of having to use teleporters or just going to your ship and then summon it, you can actually be in it and travel somewhere, which is really cool. It's like a cool first step to that. And the other final one, landing your ship no longer auto ejects you from the cockpit. So you can actually just land, have a look around before you decide whether or not you get out. And because that can be a pain, like if you just instantly eject and start getting attacked by an animal or something, or like fall off a cliff. So that's a pretty cool like thing to add in. I wouldn't have even thought of that, but reading it, I'm like, oh, actually that's pretty good idea to do that. So that's it, guys. That's update 1.3 of No Man's Sky, Atlas Rises. It sounds incredible. We know it's just the beginning as well from what they're saying. So the fact that all of this has already been added and we've got so much more to look forward to is just, it makes me very happy to be a No Man's Sky player. And I cannot wait to jump in and start exploring these beautiful worlds all over again in the new update. So make sure you stay tuned on the channel for that, because an episode will be coming up very soon after 1.3 actually drops, and I'll be right in there exploring a beautiful, beautiful universe as always. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, please do drop a like and a comment, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one for another No Man's Sky video very soon. Take care, guys, and peace.